everyone, it's Sharon coming at you on behalf of my company, Beach Therapy. One of the things that's unique about today's video is that I'm actually recording it here at Beach Therapy. So I thought that was kind of neat. I'm in between clients, and the subject today is something that has been weighing on me all week, and I just really have been wanting to get on here and talk to you about it. So today's subject that I really want to talk to you about is anger. A perfect example of some crazy anger that I experienced just this week was at the grocery store. I had a lady right around my age group just start screaming at me from behind me because she was upset that my car was like obscuring her ability to kind of get around that aisle. And it really just got me thinking and feeling bad for her more than anything. And that has really promoted because I feel like we are just submerged in an angry culture right now. We're angry at the politics, we're angry at people on the road, we're angry at people at the grocery store, we're angry to have to wait in line at the gas station. I mean, you name it, I just feel this constant tension and I really want to deal with it. So one thing to know about me, probably as a counselor and as a person, those of you who are actually friends with me know that I don't really beat around the bush. I'm kind of a very direct person, and I am like that as a counselor as well, because I want to see everybody who sits with me grow. And the only way to grow is to get uncomfortable and to deal with some of those hard things. And I share that today probably more because anger is a hard subject that, nobody really wants to get uncomfortable and talk about our own anger and some of the things that trigger it and some of the facts surrounding our anger individually. But today I want to challenge you to do that after you listen to my video. I want you to sit down with yourself and have that conversation and figure out what is causing you to get angry. How do you react? Is it internal or external? And how can you change it? Because you control you in the end, and you can change those reactions. You've trained yourself to be angry. You can train yourself to be not angry anymore. The first thing to know, and some people might try and challenge me on this, but I'm pretty firm in my belief, so you can try, but it ain't going to work kind of a thing, is that anger is a masking emotion. I truly do not believe that anger is a genuine, authentic emotion. I think most of us, and this is me included, I'm not saying you, I'm not pointing any fingers at anybody, I'm saying as a society, as a people, we don't want to be vulnerable, we don't want to show that soft underbelly. Really what we want is power. And anger kind of gives you power, doesn't it? Because a lot of times something will happen, and the true under emotion, if we're being honest with ourselves, is going to be hurt, upset, something more vulnerable, sadness that we don't really want to show, so automatically we bring out that power emotion, or what we perceive as the power emotion, and that's anger. And we bring that out and we combat with that instead of that true, authentic emotion. And the issue with that is, well, obviously we're not dealing with the truth. We're not being genuine to ourselves and dealing with, gosh, I'm actually really upset, or I'm actually really hurt. What can I do to help myself here? But the other thing is we're lying to ourselves and thinking that anger actually gives us power. And that's with our kids. That's with other people. That's with our, anybody, coworkers, bosses, you name it. We get angry. We're not actually exuding any power. If anything, we're giving away our power. So we're delusioned by the fact of thinking that anger actually gives us something that it doesn't. Because if you really think about it, when we are angry at any kind of situation, it's really giving that other person or the situation the power to control your emotions, to put you in a bad mood, to make you express things in a angry way. Whereas if you actually dealt with that true emotion, it would be a more authentic display, and that person wouldn't have that same control and that same power. So I guess today's message, really what I wanted to come on here and kind of encourage everyone to do is just kind of look at your life, and not at your neighbor, not at your husband who's super angry, just at yourself, and just try and figure out, what is it in my life, whether it's huge things, little things, whatever, that really just make me angry. And then start really picking that apart. Is it really anger that I'm feeling when I first feel those things? And I would be willing to bet that, it's not. And then when you actually get into that true, authentic emotion, you will be able to actually start healing some of those things that genuinely make you angry. I think if we can start doing that, we'll see a lot more happiness at the grocery store, while we're driving, in our homes, pretty much everywhere. If we can just start dealing with those genuine emotions instead of the masking emotion of anger. I encourage you all to read my newest blog. I wrote that first because I love to write, first of all. This camera thing is not my favorite, but I'm doing it because I want to reach more people. But go on to my blog. I encourage you to do that. So that would be at sgusmus.wordpress.com. And if you're dealing with anger, you know what? Be gentle with yourself. This isn't about telling you you're this awful, horrible person because you're angry or anything like that. Be gentle with yourself. Just know it's a growing process, and we all are growing. Trust me. Everybody has an issue, and everybody has anger, and to some extent that can be very normal and healthy. It's just really being able to figure out what's causing the anger is what's going to help you grow. So you can also see me at my website, which is mybeachtherapy.net. So I hope to hear from some of you that might need some help.